like near it, otherwise it'll blow up and it'll shoot you and make you go flying. Chalk, you know you're tanking stuff. You're not gonna have to worry too much about that. When he sucks us all in, Brahmmus, you're gonna have to run away and get behind the rocks. If you angle it right, you can get behind the rocks in a way that will allow you to still continue to DPS him, but just get behind the rocks.
Okay.
Like if you're getting a little debuff on you that starts hurting you, that means you're not behind the rocks right. So get behind them, and you should live. Other than that, he stomps, and it does some split damage. Not that bad.
Oh my god, sorry.
Yeah, this is face roll. Go for it, Chuck.
Alright, bowling 3, 2, 1, go.
Lost. It's already down more than 10%. Dude, I was at 60k DPS. That's the crystal thing. It's gonna blow up, but it's not that bad. Chuck, how does it feel being crystalled?
Dude, I healed this on 25 man heroic. I know how it beats. I know how it is to be crystalled.
This is the run behind the rocks phase. Chuck, I'm spreading out from you.
That's fine.
If everyone's spread out, then we might get the achievement.
What's the achievement?
It's, don't be within like 5 yards of another player during this. There is no berserk, dude. This guy's gonna die.
You know, I just realized when I was healing this on the committee, when I right around when I started healing it for them is when we started trying to do heroics.
Yeah.
Like I got 2 runs, and then we started doing heroics.
Yeah, I remember that. When did they decide to take away berserk terms? I'm going north.
Okay.
Or south, sorry, south. Just don't stand near each other. Promise. It's funny. It doesn't even deal damage. Like, what on earth?
The only boss I'm worried about is Blob Boss. Whichever one that is.
Why would you be worried about that? Killing the blob?
Yeah.
I can deal with all 3 if I need to.
I love the new Death Pact.
Yeah, which one is
So nice. Well, like where it doesn't totally kill your ghoul.
Oh yeah. It's really convenient. Oh, he must have gone under 20%.
Yeah, he's at 17.
I just know that Stomp is hitting her.
I'm going towards the temple.
Okay, I'm going this way. So descriptive, I know. Well, promise we like ran together. Get away from me! Trying. Not that it matters. Doesn't do any damage.
Like an LFR. Or you just stand in the thing and nuke it anyway. You can actually still queue for LFR if you're at 85.
You can actually do it if you're at 96. Or 86, sorry, not 96. We just killed the DS boss.
Oh, why did you take the loots?
Cause
I want to build a pally set.
I took the loots because one is 13 and one is 18? 19 gold, sorry.
I want to build the pally set though.
No. You're not allowed to have my sets.
I want all the pally sets.
I have some a whole 5. Which boss are we doing?
Don't we usually go left?
That's Sona's.
I seem to remember that was the typical pattern that we would take.
Well, do you want to bounce the ball around?
Hell yeah, let's do it.
The old gods have shown themselves. A tide of darkness sweeps from their...
Oh, I didn't get an epic gem.
I just recently vendored all the ones that I had.
This is the ping pong boss. It's so great. I think that ball is going to wreck us though if we don't just let it hit him a bunch. Because if it gets too many stacks. Oh, and this trash. Ugh. Vomit.
Think we could kill him without pulling trash?
No. The trash
damn.
is hitting you. Brahmmus, kill the eye in the middle and then the flails, but try and stand near a flail. At all times, otherwise it'll start killing us.
Oh, Brahmmus went right.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Just be careful. If you don't stand directly near a flail, they start mass hitting you. Where's the flail? They're the giant flail things around. Chuck, you know what to do with the claw. It's gonna throw you eventually. Don't kill the flails. Yeah, trash is lame. I just got thrown.
Sorry, I didn't get here fast enough.
I don't blame you. I just hate being thrown. Makes me feel like a lame tank.
He doesn't usually pick the tanks, though. That's the weird part. He usually picks a melee DPS.
He usually picks the melee DPS that's on it with you.
Oh my gosh.
So slow.
I know.
I like the 20 Divine Light, or Divine Purpose procs. I love how RNG just randomly does that.
It usually happened like once every dungeon for me. Once or twice.
I just love fights like Leishi in Terrace of Endless Springs, when she's doing like the runaway thing where it blows you away, and like the healing is supposed to be super hard, and then I get like, 10 of those in a row with lay on hands, and it's like, oh, okay, screw healing. Where's the extra flail?
Are we missing a flail?
Yeah, there's only 2.
No, there's 3.
Where's the third? I see 2. I don't know why there's where the third is. Is it like over here? Oh, it's over here. Knock me back. It's not showing up on my screen.
It's weird.
Oh, it just popped up. Okay. It was like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was like Cho'Gall just not being there.
I hate that bug. Pisses me off.
I think it's hilarious.
Okay.
Alright,
This boss.
I guess I'll be the only one in melee range. Brahmmus, you'll be the only one in ranged range. Chalk, you'll be tanking. Oh god. What are we doing to ourselves? I don't know if this is gonna be possible.
We can try.
We should, I don't know if I have any flasks.
I'm not worried about Berserk. I mean, I kinda am, but I'm just worried about the ball one-shotting. Especially with debuff. Alright, basically, Brahmmus, you'll be standing on yellow-ish. It's not exactly where you'll stand. You'll basically stand between me and, you'll see this giant purple ball. The idea is to stand in front of it, like, in its path, and when it hits you, it'll bounce, and it'll head back towards whichever direction you bounce it to. Your goal is to bounce it towards the middle. We're only going to do, 3 bounces, I think. But, when the boss hits the ball, he goes crazy, and it turns, super black, and you're gonna run to the middle on that purple marker and stack there. And I'll just mass heal you while you DPS him.
Alright.
The more stacks he gets from the ball, the, higher your damage increase to him is. Which will hopefully help with thing. But the more stacks the ball hits, the harder it hits. Normally you have an entire group to soak it, so, it'll be interesting to see how one person does. Right, check. There's gonna be a debuff too. If you get the debuff, I'll dispel you. It'll knock you back though when I dispel you. So just be cautious of when that happens with the ball. Readjust yourself. just have to pray, you know, before.
Oh yeah. Alright. Everyone's ready. Pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Save last. We'll need it. There's the purple ball. We'll try to start with 5 bounces depending on how much it hurt.
Sorry, I angled that kind of awkwardly.
I just dispelled you, or I will, not right now. Okay, I'm getting out.
Okay.
Chuck, be sure to move the boss if you have to.
This is where we stack.
Even though I can probably heal you from there. My problem is going to be mana. I can already tell. Yeah, this isn't even hard to heal. Alright, spread back out. Head back out there. Just be ready to catch the ball when it comes again. I'm actually gonna Sacred Shield him.
Sorry, that's angled awkwardly.
Heads up, that's enough.
It's fine. I'm getting out. Chuck, move the boss. You know, I'm doing them right. Stack up. We'll wait until he has like 20 stacks before last. So after the next one he should. Especially since we're going at like a huge rate of 7 stacks per time. We can, because normally the fears that Chalk will, you know, take a bunch of damage. Spread back out. Chalk's not taking any damage though. I'm using a potion of focus right now.
Okay.
Angle him a little bit different if you can. There's the ball. Sorry, it's a little off.
You know, I feel like this should be a thing that we do all the time, where we, like, go in and 3-man old content.
Alright, it's coming, Chalk. You're gonna have to move him big time. By big time, I meant that 2 steps that you took.
Yep.
You can go ahead and less now. Spread back out when you can.
Drac, just so you know, after he pops the next ball, I'm gonna throw army.
Okay, yeah, because it's Berserking 120. Here it comes. Oh, it hit him. Okay, just stack up. It's actually fun. Got it. Wow.
Did we actually beat that before in Rage?
We had like a minute left.
Oh my god.
Give me those essences, please.
It's need versus greed.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna win everything then, because I needed everything. Because, you know, I really want to sell it. And all of my greed. I need things because I need to sell them. Right?
Because you need the gold.
I need the gold. On this character, I pretty much do. We actually get a lot of gold from downing bosses, because it's supposed to be split between 10 people.
I like.
So we got like 26 gold that kill. This next boss will be interesting. For me at least. Don't know about the rest of you guys. Go right to the yellow trait. You have to kill the ads first. They're just chain lightning spam basically. Chalk to it, chalk to it. Can only heal.
Did I go to the wrong one?
You went to the right one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I must have bubbled at one point because I don't have my Ek residue.
Oh, sadness.
I'm gonna laugh and get Hagara down. The freaking ice crystals are gonna be awful.
That's gonna be interesting.
Chuck, be cautious of what groups you pull, because I can't heal you through purple too much.
Yeah, I know.
Even though you're a DK and it's... Oh wait, I can heal you. Do you have Beacon? I forgot Beacon is broken for this. You're gonna lose your mana here in a second. It's actually the more you cast, the more mana you drop.
And yet he's still spamming chain lightning.
Like a bot.
Lol.
It's a BO2.
Yeah,
Stack
yeah.
up. These things, the red one will start hitting you hard the farther you are. Kill the purple one first though. Must blow up raid. And it does 15% health. It's so sad. The thing we used to fear does nothing now.
I know, right?
God, we're 3-manning these bosses. I remember when we could not down Zonas to save our lives on Reg.
I remember that too.
I remember our first kill we 4-healed it, because we didn't have the HPS to do it any other way. And dude, freaking Drag was crazy on that fight.
Dude, I bet.
We were like, yeah, I got 40k DPS, woo, with the 100% damage increase. We used to think we were so good.
That was
Look at-
really good though. That was like stupidly good.
Yep.
Just like how your 60k DPS on Drac now is still stupidly good. Considering your eye level.
I really want gear, and I really want to try a raid.
Dude, when you get to 460, I'll do MSV. See, I'm actually more worried about the trash before Hagara than her herself.
It's still an awful heroic fight. I'm gonna laugh when we clear Deathwing tonight.
Spine's a bit of a bitch.
But not possible.
Spine's totally possible. It's just gonna be tough.
If we save all of our cooldowns for the tendons.
It'll be possible.
War Master is not. No way in hell. We don't have the, move ability for that. Do we need somebody to down the Drakes, the, ads, and his sappers in order to keep us up? And we need people, blocking the little swirlies. So it's not really gonna happen.
I think we could do it. I wanna try.
If we get to Hagara, we're totally doing... Oh, I have no clue how we're gonna do chains. Yeah, I don't know if we can do the lightning conductor. We'd get the achievement if we did, because, we can't not have everyone in the final.
I think we could do it.
My hammer doesn't count as a heal to you.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Nice, nice.
Alright, Brahmmus. Basically what's going to happen is, we're gonna DPS this boss. Most of it is Chalk's mechanic with his AMS keeping the shield down. But, he's gonna call forth 3 saps at once. The little globules. We're gonna kill one of them, run and kill one of them. When we kill that thing, the other 2 will hit him and they'll cause whatever abilities that they cause. Their color is dependent on the ability. It's like yellow increases every other ability. Blue sucks in your mana and creates this little mana void, which we have to kill right away so that I can actually heal you. Red we have to stack for because it's AoE that is based on range, so you want to be right underneath the boss. Black summons ads, which you have to AoE down. Green does a AoE splash. If you're standing near other people, it hits, but it doesn't really do anything. And purple is the worst, because it puts a buff on you that if you get healed, it stacks, and if it stacks to 5, it blows up. It's not that bad in this, because we have such large health pools. Berserk.
Just call it what you want and I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll just tell you what to do. Okay.
I'm gonna help kill Globs because I don't need to be there while he's killing them.
Alright, go for it. We're gonna need to do the top DPS that we can.
I'm gonna army pull. Alright, pulling. 3, 2, 1 now.
Go ahead and lost now just for the burn. Go kill green. And it dies faster than it did.
That's pathetic.
You can't kill 2, otherwise we would. Alright, stack up tight underneath the boss. It's gonna do this mass splash thing. Also void bolt splashes too. It's actually not that bad at all. Wow. Again, I'm anticipating really, really awful mechanics, and it's nothing.
Yep. Hey Ashtarton, you want to come in with us for Hagara? If he's still listening.
Yeah, we're gonna do find kill purple.
You know, I only realized that I had 8 stacks because I actually started taking damage. Remember when like 4 stacks hurt?
Yep. 4 stacks was like a death sentence. Stack up again. There's going to be little ads, just AoE them down.
I seem to remember there being more ads. Am I thinking of Heroic?
It's also based on the number of players in.
Gotcha.
It's like 2 more than the maximum number of players you have.
That's really easy.
Kill blue, just 'cause mana. We can deal with black and yellow, it's just 2 faces of ads.
Brahmmus, why are you casting Hex on him?
Yeah.
I've got hex bound to my middle mouse click, so sometimes I click a light on this.
Gotcha.
When you kill these ads, more will come in. Just stay on boss. Don't worry about the next, like, call.
Drac,
Yeah?
we just beat Berserk Timer.
I have 5 minutes.
Oh my god, that's pathetic.
Yeah, I remember wiping because of Berserk on this boss.
I remember when Chaos healed me through Berserk on this boss.
Hey guys, I just made some money.
Can you hear
Did that
me?
without the winter hat, just in case.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Wanna come in DS?
Yeah, sure, I'll come.
Alright, Drac, let's go out and summon.
I gotta log on my character.
Yeah.
The mount's dumb, Chog.
You're just jealous.
Where'd you get it again?
I don't remember. It's one of the old raids, but I don't remember which one it is.
I think it's Karazhan. The horseman boss.
Ottoman the Huntsman's. Who's Ottoman the Huntsman? I don't remember. Karazhan. Alright.
Yep. Prefer my flying mounts because they're epic. I have too many of them. Because giant purple bird.
I was just about to do that.
And I fly past the escape. It's this way. This was the best meta achievement to farm. Especially since it was kind of current content then.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm back.
Heroic Alice is probably my least favorite. Or the Alice achievement.
Oh my god, that was so...
Alright, I'm ready.
We're almost there to summon.
This will make Hagara easier.
Yeah. Especially since he's a hunter, his pet counts as one of the chains.
Woot. I seriously think this needs to be a thing that we do, like, every week. We just go 3-man old content. Oh wow, the portal takes you all the way to the roof.
Yep. They still have to RP too.
Oh dang it.
Still pretending like Deathwing's a threat. Well, promise. Brahmmus, take the, whatever Drake's down there that has a little circle underneath it. Should be like red or something. Not the green or yellow one.
They have colors?
Yeah.
They all look the same to me. I'm not gonna lie. They all look like, you know, like the bronze drake? They all look like that.
One of them is that, so you know. The other one's just green. Then red.
I wonder if my axe will drop again. Oh no wait, it would have dropped already. Damn. Isn't there a really cool polearm from here that's not Kirill?
Nope.
Really? I thought there was.
Not that I know. And I've done this like a billion times. I've honestly gotten every single piece of loot out of here. In some instances.
Except for the Lifebinder's Handmaiden.
Fuck you too.
I don't have it either, so...
Click the portal to the Eye of Eternity. Already beckoned the trash, and I'm gonna switch to Repentance. You know why.
Yeah...
Brahmmus, get your head ready.
Where'd you go?
There's a portal on the top of the roof.
Which one?
Eye of Eternity. Hex the green one.
We're gonna make use of our CC here. I'm honestly gonna have the DPS ignore the ice walls. And just burn the crystals.
Is it possible to ignore the ice walls?
They're not a one-shot, they just used to do that much damage to one-shot you. On normal, they're not that much.
Alright, fair enough.
It's not even a one-shot on normal. Ice Wave, it hits for 200,000 frost damage.
Oh, it's not bad at all.
So they should be up to full, and that'll just take, you know, about half their life.
I'm gonna pull right side.
Okay. The left adept will have Repentance, so she won't do much. Brahmmus, just kill your little group. Watch out for the little tornadoes when they spawn. Chase you around. I should use Glyph of Light of Dawn since there's only 4 of us. It reduces the number of targets your Light of Dawn hits by 2, and increases its healing by 25%. So for dungeons, it's super OP. Let's CC up. Let's get all of the left side.
Oh, I found him.
That's fine. Just ice trap the square.
Brahmmus, change your hex to this one, please.
I wish.
Is it on cooldown?
Fucking right it is. Are you kidding me?
How long is the hex cooldown?
It's 45 seconds. If Hex didn't have a cooldown, Shamans would be the most OP class ever. We'd be the real battle mage.
Yeah, that's fine. Just pull that one.
I'll Ellie tank one, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, they don't do that much. I just hate what they can do. Tornadoes are death sentence. At least they used to be. Again, I overestimate everything out of habit.
This is say people have wiped groups because they ignored these mechanics.
Hey, tornadoes do nothing now. I was practicing my CC chains.
I was wondering why it wasn't the next group wasn't coming.
I'd shoot it, and then I'd repentance, and then I'd shoot it, and then watch it. Practicing my CC chain. If you guys get sucked in by this mini boss right here, run away from the little, like, ice thing. And then get out of the middle and stand over here while I explain the boss. Alright, she doesn't do much. That's worth noting. Chuck, you know how to deal with. Don't stand in between her and Chuck. You'll get wrecked. Well, it's not on one of the extreme phases, like the special phases. She'll throw an ice tomb down on two people. You have to break it out immediately, whoever it isn't. If it's me, I'm sorry guys, you're gonna get screwed, but Chuck's gonna have to AoE. That's my biggest fear, is ice tombs. Other than that, she has two big phases. One is lightning phase and one is ice phase. She's gonna start with lightning phase, you can tell by her axes. Lightning phase, she's gonna summon an ad. We have to kill it near one of these little, like lightning rods that's sticking out of the ground. Once it's dead, we run around in a circle, linking the lightning from one lightning rod to another. It goes in about a fourth of the room. So we'll spread out evenly. Once we get the final one down, she'll like get a buff on her that increases her damage taken by 100% for like 15 seconds. We'll nuke her. We'll lust then and like nuke her. And then she'll switch to ice phase. During ice phase, well, she'll switch to her down phase first, which is where she'll start casting ice tombs. But after that, she switches to ice phase. During ice phase, like, she'll summon this bubble in the middle. You have to run around the outside, which this is like, different colored thing. Run around the outside. Don't try not to get hit by the ice waves that are coming. They're like waves of like pure ice stone that chases you. And there's going to be these little crystals at each point. You have to break all of those by DPSing them down to 0% health. And once you break them all, running in the circle and not getting hit by the ice things, she'll get the buff again and you can go wreck her. And those are the only two phases, other than the down phase. Ready to try it? Let's do this. It'll be interesting. Right, let's go for it, Chuck.
I'm not, let me pull this one too.
Yeah, save all of the rest of your major cooldowns for after the first lightning phase. Oh yeah, the ice lands too. Just stand in a little pass. They're not that bad. They don't stack in this mode. In other difficulties, they hurt. Like, it increases your frost damage taken each hit. Lightning phase. Alright, you can't hit her anymore. Kill this ad once we get it over here. Alright, we're gonna link going left. So just link the lightning going this way. Like, one person has to be in between it. Right, here's one. Sorry if I suck at healing you during this. It's kind of hard. There's two. Let's just spread out. Okay, that's it. Blow her up. Last. It's always the fastest 20%. Here's the ice tube. It's on the 2 DPS, so Chuck, you're gonna have to help me break them out, probably. It's okay if you guys are close together. Sorry, Brahmmus. It of course had to pick the 2 DPS. Alright, get to the outside. Drain. And kill these little frozen binding crystals. That was fast. Right.
Blah.
There's going to be ice waves that come out here in a second. Watch out for them, they hit hard. Maybe they'll come, I don't know. They're supposed to. This is kind of hilarious. I was expecting this to be kind of hard. Right, you can blow her up again. So much more of a joke than I thought it would be.
This is a bit ridiculous.
We're still gonna get ice tombed. You're still gonna have to break me out. And whoever else got it.
Fuck's sakes.
Oh, it broke itself, okay. Oh, no, I just wasn't chosen. Oh, no, wait, they just, like, dropped. Without anybody in them. What the hell?
I don't even know, man.
Alright. This next trash is fun. Take the portal out.
Oh god, this trash. I still don't like this trash.
It's a super blast.
They have returned.
Brahmmus, where'd you go? Oh, you're still in Eye of Eternity. Take the portal. Like on the wall. Okay. The next boss is actually fought up here. We're not gonna hit him when he comes out, we're just gonna kill this trash. The trash has to be taunted down and then just DPS'd. It'll shoot flames on the ground all over the place.
If you interrupt it, it'll also work.
There's a shaman, like, weapon enhancement, I don't know, that, like, taunts, or counts as a taunt. Rock something.
Rock biter, yeah.
You don't need to use it. I think Chuck will have enough, but... Plus I actually have a taunt in Peli.
I think misdirect and silencing shot might also work.
Yeah, there's some stuff. But basically you have to provoke them to come down at you.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure interrupting works.
You have to do it for 4 minutes too. It's really irritating.
He's been busy in his absence.
I really like this next boss too, because if you fuck up, you die no matter how OP you are. Fading light. Promise, can you see extra action buttons in the middle of your screen? Yeah. Okay, good. I hope Ash can too. Because you have to use them constantly. There's the first one. Kill it.
I forget, in Reg, do we need anybody to stay out?
Yes. We have enough health to overcome it no matter what. I think we do, at least.
We should.
What am I supposed to see?
Not right now, but eventually extra action buttons. It's like a big button in the middle of your screen. As long as you don't have a super fancy UI, you should be able to see it. You won't have one yet, it'll come eventually. I'm gonna laugh when the epic pink Drake drop.
I'm totally needing on that trade, by the way.
And he has it. Like the one time he downed DS.
And then we never brought him along again.
Wonder why. many left? 2.
Say I don't have DBM, so I don't know.
Oh, Hour of Twilights are going to be fun for you. Okay,
Screw it
basis.
without the action button.
When we kill this boss, or when we kill this ad, everyone come up here and stack. Do not hit the boss when he comes out. If you hit the boss, we'll pull. You'll probably wipe us. I'm trying to figure out which thing I should grab. I'm gonna just grab red, and then I'll grab blue eventually. Just for the speed.
You should totally let me grab one of them.
Green if you can. It probably won't let you.
It should let me.
That's the one that you can.
I'll be in the top healers.
Yeah, you'll be in the top. But if you glitch it, yeah, you should be able to. Right, nobody hit him when he comes out. He'll come down and he'll be hittable. Basically, this fight, you'll get an extra action button in the middle of your screen in a second when we get ported to the Twilight World. This place. There's going to be a button that lets you escape the Twilight World. You should see it right now. If you don't, please speak up. Nope, try it out. Try hitting the button just to see how it works. Alright, as long as you can hit it and you're good. Ash, you good there? Okay, that's good. Right, what she'll be using that for is, there's 2 abilities that you use it for. One is called Hour of Twilight. When he starts casting it, you hit it, you have a lot of time to hit it. So that's one time. The other time, for the 2 DPS, Brahmmus and Ash, if you get a buff on you called Fading Light, wait until that buff has 3 seconds left, and you have to hit the button. If you don't hit the button, it'll one-shot you no matter how much health you have. It's a insta-kill. It's called Fading Light. It'll get thrown on you in the tank. Chalk, you know how to one-tank this basically, right?
Yeah.
Last second. Just don't mess up. If you guys mess up with that ability once, you'll get it a lot. But if you mess up with it once, you're pretty much going to kill yourself.
Let's do this.
There's a pretty crazy berserk on this too. Healing is insane because we get super buffs the entire time, just like tanks. Tanks get a buff that increase, like, their duration of their, like, cooldowns is doubled, and the cooldown is reduced by half.
Wow.
So it's kind of crazy. This fight is just insane the entire time.
Alright. Pulling 3, 2, 1.
Go ahead and last right away. Hour of Twilight, 15 seconds.
Do I need to stay out?
Yes.
Okay.
Hit your button, hit your button. Everyone hit your button except for Chalk. Apparently it's fine if you don't, because we have enough health. Hit your button, Fading Light, when it gets down to like 3 seconds. Hit it, Ash. Yep, that's exactly what you did.
There's red direct.
Promise, when it hits 3 seconds, hit your button. So now, when you come out, you'll have to hit your button again right away, bro. Yeah, that's basically the fight for you guys. DPS have it easy. I only get a buff that increases my healing by, 100%. Nothing special. Promise it's on you. Hit your butt. It's funny how they're getting the mechanics much better than, you know, people who did this for like weeks.
Oh, I know, right? And I forgot.
Oh, did you forget, Chuck?
Yeah, I'm not used to getting it twice.
You can burn or something. I don't know. I got this. Yo. He's already down to 30%.
They overcome anyone.
Oh, that would be my healing thing.
Fading light on a healer? What?
4.
What is this nonsense?
You're technically the tank.
I know. All of the aggro drop.
Ash has it twice.
What?
He totally has Fading Light twice.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do there. Oh crap. We're gonna have to And Brahmmus, that was actually good. If nobody stays out for that thing, he blows up the world and we all die. Oh, sad day. I can't solo this.
If I don't mess up on mechanics, I'll be fine.
Yeah. He's blown up the world. Yay. The entire world blew up and everyone died.
So let's go do it again.
Guys, you there?
Exactly. This is just like, you know, real world apocalypses.
Should I put my real helmet on now?
It's up to you.
I was kind of hoping to go through the whole thing with,
Well, you weren't taking damage.
Okay, then I'll keep it on.
I mean, we didn't even get to the point where Blue Crystal came out. So the problem with only having 4 people is, each time the thing hits, it's spread damage. Like the little thing that comes flying down. It's spread damage, not like actual damage. You guys can just take the portal at the very, very beginning. Or
I'll be real quick.
just gonna send us into the world of chaos. Go stack up on the point.
Burns my mind.
What'd you say about chaos?
The world of chaos, you know?
Oh.
Just stack up and don't hit the boss when he comes out. He might rage your face off.
Grabbing a dream. I'm back.
Sorry about that, I'm back.
Alright, well, we should let me pull and keep aggro until, he throws the thrall buff and see if I can get double cooldowns.
Oh my god.
Let's just try it.
Alright.
You guys ready?
Yep,
I
yep.
have Righteous Shock, just basically don't hit him. I have Righteous Fury on, so... Pulling in 3, 2, 1.
Strength of the earth, hear my call. Shield them in this dark hour.
I didn't get it.
No, I think it's spec dependent.
Yeah. Unfortunate day. I really wanted to cheat the system and get double cooldown. Hit your butt whenever. Chuck, stay out. Fading light in 3 seconds. Whoever gets it, gets it. Oh, press him real fast. Sometimes if you hit it too early, it does that. Ash, go and hit it. Hit your button. Chalk Essence of Dreams is coming in. See if you can get it. Might also be spec dependent now too.
I can't click it.
Darn it. Spec dependent. Just blow up the boss then.
Don't forget about fading light though.
It's on me. I hit Hagara long enough.
Good. That's probably what we should have been doing from the beginning.
Hit your button. Burn him fast before Chuck forgets how to do the fight again. Go and hit your button.
Darn it. I was
Blue
hoping
just
you would
came
get
in.
it.
Epic maze.
That maze is so beautiful.
Wow,
And
neat.
so, I have the heroic one. It's purple. It's beautiful.
Our power now resides within the dragon soul. Our fate lies with you, Earth.
Alright. I don't know a doable War Master is. It'll be interesting.
We're gonna try it.
Alright. We're gonna have to have one person on Drake, one person on ads.
And I get to take both of the ads.
Skip the cutscene. Yes, exactly.
I'm really excited for this.
Alright, nobody talked to, Keanu Reeves back there. Because his name is totally Keanu Reeves.
And it's Captain Swayze.
Alright, we're just not going to absorb things on the deck, because I don't think we have the manpower to try anyways. This is going to be really interesting. don't know if this is even remotely possible.
We're gonna try it anyway.
Alright, basically, there's two sides, the two sides that I marked. One side is blue and one side is green. Wow, what a surprise. I don't know why I said that. There's going to be a Drake that pops up on either side. He'll get harpooned in. He starts spitting little circles at the ground, so he needs to die fast. We're gonna go ahead and put, Brahmmus, since Ash's pet won't be able to hit the thing right. So we're gonna put Brahmmus on it. Brahmmus, you're just gonna kill blue first, and then green, the Drake that pops up there. When you're not doing that, kill the ads on the ground. Ash, your job will be to kill the ads on the ground. When both of those die, shoot the Drakes on the side. The Drakes will fly away after a certain amount of time. If you don't kill them fast enough, just fine. They're just gonna keep spinning circles on the floor. Once they all die, all the two on each side and the two ads die, we basically have to, start all over again and do it again 3 times. Throughout the entire phase, there's going to be this giant purple circle that happens on the ground. Forget what it's called. Some Twilight bullshit. Twilight Assault? Something like that.
What's called?
Twilight Onslaught, that's what it's called. Twilight Onslaught. Everyone has to stack in that immediately, right away. No exceptions. We don't have to worry about deck fire, because this isn't a rogue.
Thank God.
I know.
Worst mechanic ever.
Alright, so run to that circle. The second you get in it, you stay there until you can keep DPSing whatever. The other thing that every single person has to look out for is the Twilight Sapper. It's this little nasty little shit that stealths. He gets dropped at the end of the boat, like right over here, and he goes stealth, and then he tries to make a run for the door. If he makes it to the door, he blows up the ship and we all die. The boat's gonna have a bunch of health throughout the entire thing. If the boat loses all of that health, we're gonna die. It just blows up. So the sapper needs to die right away. I'll yell out when to switch the sapper and try and find it. Chalk, I don't know if you can drop a D&D or something.
Yeah.
Try to make it useful.
I can usually see which of these 3 points it lands at, so I'll call that out.
Yeah, I'll try. It's an ugly mechanic, but that's basically it. Onslaught and the Sapper. After all of that happens, once we kill all of, everything that there is to kill, Boriona and what's his douche face, Warmaster Blackcorn will drop in the deck. Chalk will pick him up. I don't know how this is gonna work with you tanking, Chalk. Oh god, I have no clue.
I'm just gonna be a boss.
Range, you're gonna have to run over to this side right here, like the yellowish side, and there's going to be a giant dragon up in the sky. Shoot it. Once it hits 20%, it shouldn't take too long to reach 20%, but once it hits 20%, that's the point where we lust to. You're gonna lust and then start shooting it. Once it hits 20%, it flies away, and it stops spawning these giant circles on the ground that deal tons of damage. Then you're gonna turn your focus to Warmaster Blackhorn. His damage increases as his health goes down, and he does a War Stomp that happens pretty fast. War Stomp is just a big cone. Try and get out of it at the mass stun, and it does tons of damage. And if he's close to death, he'll do more damage, so it just hits harder. Overall, the hardest fight here, technically. Spine maybe is an exception. I'm gonna turn off Righteous Fury now.
That'd be nice. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna put a real helmet on, actually.
Use that.
Alright, looks like everyone's ready.
Give me a sec. I'm getting a flask for our hunter here.
I'm gonna grab one too.
You can't grab strength, so never mind. I was gonna say grab a strength one. Alright, this could get ugly, guys. I don't know why we're doing this.
1 second macro.
Okay.
Doing it fun.
Yeah, this fight is really dumb. It's not a fun fight.
But it's not heroic, so there's the plus.
Okay, okay.
Alright, here we go. I'm so sorry, guys. When the things land on the Brahmmus, start blowing them up, because you won't have your drakes down for a while, so blow up the ads on the ground. You can pop 5-minute cooldowns off the top, too. Like, you have tons of time for this fight.
Kill the Dread Blade first.
Yeah. Too fast.
Lag spike, lag spike.
You're fine. Oh yeah, there's those rushes too. These little rushes that you'll see on the ground, the little red things. Don't worry about them. We'll just cover it up.
Drake's right.
Onslaught. Stand in the big giant purple thing too. Big giant purple thing on the ground. Sapper's gonna be down in 5. Oh, this is a lot. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. This is much simpler than I thought.
Why did we not have Brahmmus last time?
Sapper on yellow. I don't understand. Like, Brahmmus just makes this disgusting.
Then again, we did have a manga.
Get in the giant purple thing. Alright, kill the ads again. Drakes are also down. Drake's down. Brahmmus, get on the Drakes. Just focus the ads on Ashtarton. Sapper down in 3. This is where the fight starts getting chaotic and, like, mechanics just start rolling over each other. It's on yellow chalk. Onslaught. Try and get in it. The Drake's back. Yeah, we'll down this.
Start standing in little purple swirlies if you see them, and if you can.
They're not too bad. There's gonna be everything right now. There's gonna be a sapper and an onslaught. Get in the onslaught and kill the sap. Kill the ads on the ground before the Drakes this time. Just because we have 57% boat health.
I'm pretty sure this is higher than any attempt we've ever had.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. It's been so long since I've done reg though. We're gonna have a sapper down soon. There's a sapper. Chuck, get it. Get it. Okay. Kill that Drake and then second phase will start. You guys will have to run over to the yellowish side and pop lust and kill the Drake in the sky. Big Drake. She's shiny and blue.
That one right there.
That one right there.
And here's where the fun part starts.
Chalk, get on it. Shockwave sucks. That's all I can say.
God, I'm lag spiking like crazy.
This is the flame. Here comes Shockwave. Brian is almost gone. Alright, swap to the boss. I forgot about disrupting, weren't you? Shockwave. Yeah, we got that. Can't believe we're doing this. Spine is gonna be crazy though. That much I know.
Spine's gonna be a bit of a bitch.
You're only at 5 stacks. You only have 100% armor reduction.
When I have so much mastery, what does it matter?
I know, your blood shield is just disgusting. I just remember he used a one-shot when you got 5 stack. Like, whoever you were.
Yeah.
I'm going mastery crazy. Yeah.
It doesn't get higher than 5 stacks, apparently.
Yeah, you can't go past 100% armor reduction. We downed that. Wow.
You have negative armor.
Right.
What tier is that?
What is what?
What tier is that helm? Because I need it.
This tier. It's the S tier. It's the tier right before us.
What, like tier 11, 12,
13?
13.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my mana, and then I'm going to try and explain this fight the best that I can without... Yeah, it's... I can't explain it because we're not actually on the back, but I'll try.
Use the
tier.
markers.
No problem.
That was not meant. Sorry. Alright, there are 4 markers. They're not very well placed because I suck at that. Sorry about that. Anyways, each of these represents a tendon when we land on the boss. They'll be a bit more spread out, but they're these giant tendons. You're going to shoot every single one of them. You're going to kill every single one of them, but this one right here. The boss is facing forward, so facing like towards the back of the boat where, you know, the dragon soul is right now, in Thrall and all of those aspects. That's Deathwing's head. The top right is green. We're not going to hit that. Do whatever you can not to hit that. Hit every other one though. Break them, and then we're going to stack in the bottom right. So we're going to stack right here on yellow. When we all stack there, when all 4 of us stack there, Deathwing will do a roll. If you're not stacked on the little spot that connects you with the tendril, you'll roll off the boss and die. Once he rolls, and we are safely, you know, actually back in a normal place, we're going to run to the middle and stack in the very, very middle. At that point, you'll kill the top right one. Another one will spawn someplace else, just ignore it for now. When the top right one's up, when we kill that one, a hideous amalgamation will pop up, and he'll run to the middle. We're basically going to sit there and wait for a while until whatchamacallit, till enough blood spawn. There's going to be these little tiny bloods that pour out of the little holes. They're going to spawn. When you kill them, they leave behind these little fiery patches. Chalk will be the only one who really has to kill them or manage with them at all. So he'll do that. If we're all stacked up on him or near him, there's no penalty for doing that, so do that. He'll be the one who has to focus that. So he'll kill the bloods. When the amalgamation reaches 9 stacks, we're basically going to push it down to like 40%-ish, because I know we'll be able to kill it fast. When it reaches 9 stacks, you blow it up, kill it, run to the very, very back of the thing so that his giant explosion, his nuclear explosion, doesn't kill you. And then he'll pop up one of the plates on Deathwing. At that point, that's when you pop all of your like big cooldowns, and you blow up the little tendon that's there. If we manage to kill it, the plate will pop off, and it's rinse repeat. We kill everyone but the top right, which is the greenish area. There'll be more that time, it'll be more spread out, but don't kill the top right. Once every other one is down, I'll yell a place to stack, and we can stack and roll, and then it'll happen a bit faster because more bloods will spawn. But that's basically it. It's kind of awful. You'll understand when we get there. If we wipe, I apologize. There's nothing we can do. Healers get screwed the entire fight, so at least they don't have to worry about the debuff this time.
So to say, Jack, you might want to switch to Eternal Flame for this one.
Yeah, I will. Alright, you ready? Here we go. Exit out of the black thing right away. Like, don't hesitate. Hit escape now. Don't kill the one that I mark. Don't kill triangle. Kill everything else. And don't kill the hideous amalgamations when they pop. Right, kill this bottom one right here. Stack up on this hole. Stack up right. Oh, okay, now kill the green thing. Kill the green thing.
You forgot about that one, Drac.
Yeah, stack up in the middle, please.
Okay, we're gonna explain the fight right in the middle of it. Every now and then the corruption will do this thing called fiery grip, where it'll grip a person and they're stunned for a certain amount of time. Do something that can hit it, and it should break.
Don't kill that corruption now, though. Don't do anything to hurt that corruption right now. Fire grip's in 5 seconds. I'll get the fire grip most of the time myself, chat.
Okay.
It's when I get gripped that I can't.
What should I be attacking? The amalgamation?
Don't attack anything. Attack bloods right now.
Yeah, kill the little bloods. Shouldn't take long. Don't kill the amalgamation, like, any more damage. Stop all damage on everything.
I need 3 more. 2 more. Uno más.
Bubbling.
Alright, nuke the amalgamation.
Kill the amalgamation. And get to the back. When he blows up, look for the little tendon, the little tiny burning tendon. Blow that up. To kill it before the seal armor. Alright, we got it. Okay. Now kill everything but the top right. Don't kill green. Alright, stack right, middle right. Alright, kill the top green now. Get to the middle. He's gonna fiery grip soon. Make sure you're in the middle. Why is he rolling?
This shouldn't be.
I know, it's just really risky with 4 people. See, he's like ready to roll every 2 seconds. Alright, don't kill the corruption. Don't push the amalgamation down a little bit, not too much. Just really slow DPS.
Amalgamation's at 6, by the way.
Oh, okay. Bring him to
7.
soon, yeah. Somebody hit the corruption for a little bit. Just a little bit of damage. Okay, we're good. It's done. Alright, you can go ahead and start hurting the amalgamation now. Yeah, go ahead and kill the amalgamation. Just stay in the middle. Did it roll? I couldn't tell. Yep, it rolled. Okay, that's great. See, that's the insta-death, the rolling.
Apparently it's really finicky.
Well, with 4 people, basically you have to have a third of the raid. And, like, on any side to get it to roll. So we basically have to... I guess I'll just put down a marker on his back each time and stack exactly on it. But yeah, that's the basic idea behind the fight.
It's too easy.
You guys missed it. That fight on Heroic is hell, though.
Oh god, just wait. We're totally going to have to, take you guys sometime. It's not even funny how awful it is. It's quite possibly my least favorite fight in the game. Like, I hate it more than Elegon. We've wiped on it more than Elegon. We've wiped on it like 100 plus times.
That sucks.
It's an awful fight. Like, you just continually wipe and wipe and wipe, and there's no reward ever. Except it used to have like, the world's greatest trinkets. You get a straight stat of everything, and 1,000 was a lot back then. Alright, we're just gonna have to stack up in the middle really, really tight, I guess. We'll be good. Exit out of the cinematic. Don't kill everything but green. Kill bottom right once it's dead, stack there. Stack bottom right. Alright, get to the middle. And then kill green once you're in the middle. Alright. We're just gonna have to wait on the amalgamation for some bloods. Don't push him too fast.
Kill Bloods?
Yeah, kill. Wow, that takes one person.
Did he just roll?
Yeah. That's weird, because I went to the middle again. Like, I went back to middle.
What are we doing wrong?
It's just the fact that we only have 4 people. If a third of the raid goes to, like, any close to one side, then the boss rolls. And if you're not touching one of the little things while he's rolling, then you'll get thrown off the back. So the fact that we only have 4 people is just making it really finicky. So I guess we just have to be really, really strict about not moving at all. Which I know sounds awful because the bloods are out there, Chog. But I guess we'll just have to wait.
We'll just make sure that bloods die on top of the amalg.
Yeah, if everyone's stacked, then the bloods will aggro in there anyways.
I like no. Sounds like a good plan.
Save your potions if you're using them. I don't know if you are. But save them for the second tendon. Because you won't have your 5-minute cooldowns for that. I'll pop my own cooldowns and try and blow it up with you guys, but you can't do much. If we down this, we can down Deathwing. Alright, here we go. Escape. Be stack up on the thing. And get to the red marker. And just stay buried still, don't move at all. As awful as it sounds.
Drag, do you think?
Extra thing. Corruption.
Oh joy.
We can just burn one down.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
burn the low one.
Just kill it fast.
Kill skull.
You know, the pop cooldowns, just, go at it. Something's killing, it might be a hunter pet, I don't know. Something's killing the corruptions. Kill the other skull now, quickly. Try not to hit the corruption at all. Alright, you guys can kill bloods now. Don't kill the corruption though.
Drac, do you think if we had 2 people go left and 2 people go right, that he would still roll?
He won't, but I don't want to risk it. In theory, he won't.
Well, I'm just thinking if we have somebody come with me while I pick up bloods and the other 2 mirror me.
Yeah, that might work. Just tell us when. We have to time it right with Fire Grip. There's no Berserk for this fight, because it's, can't really be timed that way. But Corrupted Bloods are the idea of the Berserk.
Okay, Drac, I'm gonna go right, you come with me, Brahmmus and Ash go left. 3, 2, 1.
It's working.
Center.
Alright, we're good. He doesn't have 9 yet.
He needs 2 more.
Alright, grab those 2, and then take him up to the front. Alright, stay center. I'm stuck. Somebody break that corruption if you can for me. Just hit it with something really small. Center. think it's done, he rolled. Yep.
What do you want me to hit?
Nothing, it doesn't matter. The hardest thing is just, we can't. It rolls no matter what we do.
Well, yeah, I noticed you were stunned. Like, what?
The corruption, he does this, he throws this, like, line of fire at someone, and it stuns them. If you hit them for, like, 15% of their health, he stops doing it.
Are you talking about the amalgamation?
No, I'm talking about the, like, corruptions on the side, the big tendril-y thing.
Okay, well, there's, like, corrupted blood, like, corrupted this, so the tendril.
It's the one that's just called corruption.
Okay.
And you don't want to hit them hard, because if you kill them, then you get an extra one of the amalgamations. Which will absorb bloods, which can be bad. Because you'll never get enough bloods.
Or you'll too many, and 2 amalgs will blow up at the same time.
Just worried about, I don't know if we can do this with 4 people, just because of how shaky it is. Apparently Big Mac was last online 43 years ago.
I had
That's
that
fun.
glitch. I had that glitch too.
Apparently Neiroku was also last online 43 years ago.
Why is he on your friends list?
He's an alright guy.
No, not really.
I said alright.
He's like a rager. That's all he was good at.
He did rage a lot.
Over nothing.
Pretty much.
Alright, I guess we'll just try and keep the balance. I think the 2 people to each side worked. It's just situational.
Do we want to try that at all times? Or not?
I don't know what difference it would make. With bloods, it'd be too hard to manage running around.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Alright, let's try this.
Coming apart. Tear up the plate, and we've got a shot at bringing them down. Don't worry about me. Stop the destroyer. And choose Paladin, Marini.
Alright, stack up in the bottom right. And get to the middle. Just stay still for now.
I mean, Drac, if you're up to heal it, we could wait until it's 9 from just this side.
There's nothing to heal. I can heal through the entire Searing Plasma buff with 3 heals. I one-shot some if I get. Biggest problem is one denounce 50, almost 50% the corruptions.
Oh wow.
And denounce is not a hard-hitting spell.
Is it 7?
Yeah, I'm doing 16k HPS. There's nothing to do. There's 8. I think we're gonna have to collectively move.
This one should be 9.
Or maybe if we just stand very, very still. Yeah, he's blowing up now. Yeah, just stay where you are. Kill the amalgamation. Chuck, just stand still. God, that hurts. Blow up that tendon as fast as possible.
I think our front left corruption is close to dying.
It is. Right, kill front left and top left.
I'm making sure I stack up blood.
Right mid. Stack right mid. Back to mid, back to mid. Careful. Kill the top right. Corruption. Alright, now just hang out. Trying to balance it out every time it does that.
I know, it's awful.
You guys can start putting damage on the amalgamation. Chalk, take it up front and we'll balance
It's at
it.
7.
Take it up front and we'll balance. Or try. Alright, it didn't work. Didn't change it, so just stay where we are. Chalk, death grip.
First in perspective.
Death grip and corrupted blood up there. And kill it where you are.
He's still only at 8.
It's right next to you, you're gonna have to grab it yourself. Alright, let's kill the amalgamation. Don't kill the corruption over there. It's gonna blow up. Kill that tendon. Alright, kill the corruption. 2 left. 2 left corruptions, kill them. Stacking mid-right. Go, mid-right. Alright, get to the middle, get to the middle. Kill the top right corruption. Alright, this amalgamation's going to go fast. So you guys can get it down to like 50% comfortably. Chuck. When it's ready, take it up. Stop DPSing it hard. You can keep your pet on it, but nothing serious. Alright, take it up, Chuck. We'll try and balance it out.
Kill it?
Yeah,
Yep,
kill it,
kill
kill
it.
it.
Sorry, Brahmmus, I'll break that. Oh, crap. Get into the little holes if you can. Never mind, just stay still, stay still. Blow up that tendon. Lost. Alright, we actually killed it. Okay. Just ignore all the crap on your screen. I'll explain the crap later. That trinket used to be so amazing.
Ooh, yeah, I remember that.
Friggin'
That's nice.
1k spirit with like 300 in. Heroic version was insane.
Are we starting green?
Yeah, I don't need heals. We need DPS the most, so we'll just go green and then 2 left. Right, basically, these platforms are interesting. I'm gonna put down the markers on them so we know what we're talking about.
I was just gonna put a line of markers to show the, like, relative positions.
I think everyone can see the markers. Right, everyone try and test out these little slipstreams over here. Like, try and jump to the next platform and see what happens. You'll see that it ports you over and gives you a little slight movement speed increase buff. It only stacks to 2, so it's nothing special. Each platform has a different aspect, and if you look at the buffs on the top of your screen, you'll see that, you know, they're different colors and they give you different buffs. You start off with all of them. When you stand on a platform and it gets assaulted, it'll take away that buff after you leave it. Basically, when you start off, we're going to start off on green, which is the platform that we started on. We're going to blow up this little tentacle that'll spawn in the back. When it dies, you're going to start working on the big arm tentacle in the front of the boss. Your DPS will be insane on this fight, so don't worry too much. There's going to be like this little bolt that comes flying out the screen. It'll try and move towards the back of this like rock thing that we're standing on. If it hits, it'll blow up and deal a bunch of damage. We want to kill it as fast as possible. For the first 2 platforms, burning tentacles won't be a problem. Going to be these little tentacles that spawn at like 75% and 25% intervals. When they do it, you have to kill them, single target them. I think you can chain lightning them, Brahmmus, because I think it glitches itself, and you can chain lightning them. But Ashtarton, you're going to have to single target them down. When you do it, basically just kill them. It'll be awesome. Then you go back to the thing. These little bloods will spawn. Those you AoE down. They'll get in a little pool. You AoE them down. While you have the blue buff up, which you'll have the entire time, your abilities will cause spell weaving, which will deal the majority of your damage. It deals an insane amount of damage, so it's really awesome. Basically, as you move platforms, like when one thing dies, you lose something. For the first platform, you see the buff in the middle of your screen that says Dream. It's an extra action button. You'll click it, and it reduces damage taken by 50%. We lose that first. After we down that green platform, the tentacle that's there, we move 2 platforms over to this one, this red platform. We're going 2 platforms. It's the only time we'll ever go 2 platforms except for after yellow. So, we'll go all the way over here to red, do the exact same thing. Nothing will be different except you won't have Dream, and my healing will be slightly reduced. which is fine. Once we down this platform, we're going right over one to yellow. And at yellow, we'll do the exact same thing. There'll be this time bubble the entire time. Try and stand in it on all platforms when you can. Other than that, don't worry too much about it. But on yellow, the difference is you have to single target those little tiny blistering heats. If you don't, they overwhelm us and we die. Once yellow dies, we go all the way over to blue. The difference on blue is we don't have the time bubble that stops things. But we don't have a time.
Wow, what?
So that's a thing that happens where the slipstream doesn't work. If that happens in the middle of the fight, we're screwed.
Ow.
The brilliant, brilliant people at Blizzard.
As always. On farm, we're going to have to, stay... Actually, it won't be that bad. We have tons of health, never mind. Just blow up the little bolt when it comes out as fast as possible, because it deals a little bit more damage than normal. Once it's dead, Deathwing's head will come down. We'll go back to green platform. When his head comes down, hit it hard. They're going to be these little tiny tentacles that spawn all over the place, 3 of them. Kill them as fast as possible. If you get shrapnel effect on you, use your dream ability. You'll have everything back by then. And then there'll be these 2 terrors that come down. Chalk will pick up both. They do a lot of damage. So, kill them as fast as possible. Then we'll lust and blow up Deathwing as fast as we can.
Is there like a cooldown duration? Oh, 30-second cooldown on Dream. Okay.
It's a long fight, so you can blow your cooldowns as much as you need to.
So just, for the first platform, Dream whenever there's like big raid damage incoming, right?
Yeah, call out when you use your dream.
And, we can AoE on this platform.
Yeah, you can AoE on... You can technically AoE on all platforms, it's just more specific when you get to yellow.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that as well. Alright, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'll be right back as well. I'm back.
Okay, I'm just waiting for Brahmmus then.
Yep.
This will be interesting to see with 4 people.
I'm excited.
I'm sure it'll be like the other fight. I'm just surprised that we can down all of Diaz with 4 people.
It's kind of ridiculous, actually. It's kind of really stupid.
Yay, mastery bubble on you. For 150k. You know, back then it used to be like, woo, 70k.
Do you not remember what I told you today?
What? 500 something.
540k.
Yeah, seriously.
It's pretty awesome. Calicos is like a weird looking drake.
Yeah.
Like, the skin extends all the way down to his tail. It's really weird.
Oh, that is weird.
So I've recorded this entire raid, by the way.
That's kind of great.
Since we pulled more chalk, I forgot to start it at the trash. But since more chalk.
I think Yasser is the best Drake.
Yeah, me too. I still really hope Lifebinder's Handmaiden, or the equivalent drops.
Blazing, I think.
The Blazing Drake, yeah. I love that Drake. That'd be the only mount I'd ever ride anymore.
Yay. Hitting Dream because it's like drugs.
Woo, drugs!
It totally is. It's like steroids for cool people.
Alright, I'm back.
Alright. Probably still have to, you know, RP.
Yeah. Thrall us to Hearth away. Because he totally Hearths away.
He does. It's kind of annoying. He could, you know, help us through the fight. Do something. He's like, no,
He's like 88, so we'd get one shot.
yeah, that used to be like the, you know, new 93. I like how, you know, the aspect of time gives us the hint. Although you may want to hurry.
More RP.
Actually, it just blows up. Get ready, here it comes.
He totally astral recalls to the island back there, by the way.
Just go ahead and hit the arm tentacle in the front for a bit. Don't, like, completely nuke it. Right, go ahead and turn around and face the mutated corruption and kill that as fast as possible.
If we get more than one impale, you're all fired.
We probably will. Actually, we won't even come close.
Good, you aren't all fired.
Right.
I didn't fire you anyway.
There's gonna be a little bolt that comes through. Kill that bolt. Kill that fast. Right, now jump on that tentacle. Arm tentacle. That's your job. I'll tell you when to pop your dream. Pop drain. And no one takes damage.
I'm too cool for Dream.
Here come the little tiny ads that you could AoE. AoE those down. They make your damage spike. Pop Dream.
Still too cool for Dream.
Here comes Cataclysm, expect super damage. Blow him up. He'll go fast, don't worry. Right. Move 2 platforms over. Bye bye Dream. Bye bye super heals.
Whatever corruption I can. My fire will not harm you.
Turn around and nuke the mutated corruption.
I think I just absorbed the entire Impale.
You did.
I still have a blood shield.
Alright, get ready for that little bolt. You guys can hit the wing tentacle. Here comes the bolt. Kill the bolt when it comes. When it hits, that is. Why am I here?
To spam Denounce.
I can't, it's a mana burn. Get ready to kill the AoE the little lad. AoE those down.
Seriously, what is it with these people and doing the mechanics better than our 10-man group could do when it was current?
Exactly.
Seriously, what the hell?
And there's Cataclysm. Everything died. Move over 1. Be careful not to push this past 75% this arm tentacle too early. Alright, turn and kill the mutated corruption.
You know, I still impulsively freak out whenever Impale gets cast.
Yeah. Because it used to be like dozens. Alright, go ahead and push this to 75%. When 75% hits, you're gonna have to single target the little tiny things that spawn on the tentacle. Or a bunch of them. There's a bolt first. Kill the bolt first. Bolt takes priority. Then single target the little blistering tentacles. There's the bolts in the back. It's kind of hard to see. Right, now single target those blistering. Then chain lightning hits all of them. Alright, get in the bubble when you have the chance. And then push it again. Push it to 50 and then set them. Look pretty. Alright, you're gonna have to AoE the little things that come down. There's also the single target in the blistering heat. AoE the regenerative bloods first, though. Alright, no single target those blistering tentacles. This thing used to wreck us. Now they do nothing. Alright, kill the tentacle. Remove 2 over, all the way to blue. We no longer have spell haste, in case you're wondering. Again, don't push this too fast. You can hit it, just not too hard. Turn into the corruption. Remember back when we used to have the lust to kill this tentacle?
Yeah.
Nope, to kill the mutated corruption, not even the tentacle. Alright, the bolt's just gonna shoot right out and blow up, so turn around and kill it fast. Kill that. Alright, now back on the tentacle.
Remember when you used to have to stack to be able to live that?
Yeah. Get ready to single target those little things. Alright, get ready for the little tiny bloods. AoE this out. Alright, go ahead and push to 50% and then single target. Single target. Actually, just burn the boss, burn the like tentacle. He's got cattle on him, so I can heal through this. Alright, go over to green. Last phase. You're gonna burn Deathwing's face. Yep, that thing right there. Kill these little tiny tentacles that spawn. They're conveniently placed so you can AoE them. Hit Dream. Alright. Burn Deathwing again. Turn and kill these ads that come out. The big ones. Alright, go ahead and lust. Blow up Death. Hit Dream on cooldown. Nice.
What is that?
We just downed, all of DS with 4 people.
Dragon soul with all my arcane might.
Some of it with 3.
Yep.
Isn't that a scary thought?
It's really horrible. That just shows how baby it was. The epic loots will come in a second. And there they
I
are.
already have the axe. I already have.
Polearm is epic.
It is.
If anybody seriously wants any of that and I actually win it, please tell me.
Same with me.
Oh, you guys get free gems too.
They're pretty crappy now, but, whatever.
Well, that was awesome.
We just cleared an entire tier of raiding with 4 people in a night.
If you guys come to this lady over here, she sells you gems. Well, she doesn't sell you. You get these motes of darkness for downing each boss.
Where's this vendor?
In org above, like, you know where Garage Hall Scream is?
Oh, okay, yeah, where you buy heirloom items and shit.
It'll just say Valor something up there.
Cool.
Where do I get you?
Right here, this lady. She, the repair geologist and whatever. You should have like 7 of the modes of darkness and 1 of the other ones.
No, he would have 3
4.
darkness.
Oh yeah. But she gives you
Or no, it'd be
cata
4.
gems that you can sell or do whatever you want with.
I vendored mine.
Dude, I made like 650 gold tonight. Just off of random crap.
Seriously. I'd say that's a good night's work.
Of course.
And now it's 4:30 a.m. and I'm gonna not go to bed tonight, I don't think.
I'm actually gonna go read Wuthering Heights. Yay, gothic romance novels. Written by women in the 19th century.
I haven't got all day.
Nobody else shares my enthusiasm. Just me.
I was gonna say sounds like exhilarating, but that might be pushing it.
I think it does. I'm gonna go read 11 chapters of this wonderful novel and then talk about how it relates to escape from confinement, because that's the nominating theme that I want to go for.
You have fun. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah.